Alright, welcome to the Union Settlement Cup. I'm Alpha Ferg, and I'm bringing you Game 4 of... Look at my hair, man. It's pretty nifty. Game 4 of the Community Series, and it's going to be... Frogis versus Wings. So this is going to be a TVP, and it's not... Oh, it's a TVT, and it's not on Daybreak. So this is going to be on... oh my gosh, I'm blanking on this map name. What a horrible caster am I, right, guys? This is going to be on Cloud Kingdom. Haha, fooled you. No, I didn't. I actually forgot for a minute. But that's okay, because this is going to be an exciting game, because these guys are actually playing very well so far. Frogis, doing very well. He's actually ranked pretty high. He's in Masters for a community member. He's definitely the highest ranked. And in the meantime, Wings down here is third place in the community pool, and he's not doing too poorly himself. So we'll see how this game goes. It looks like Wings is just going to do a very standard Wallen. In fact, both players are very standard. In fact, both players are totally on the same time. So I'm going to take a drink of water. Delicious. Delicious, delicious water. While we watch this pretty SCV going to work on the supply depot. It's going to finish! Oh my gosh, it's an SCV! So, kind of wait for the game. TVTs always start out slow. There's no chance of... any sort of cheese. You can't really cheese when you're going to lose if you get scouted. But some things I like to see in this matchup are Reaper openings. Yeah, there's no real cheese in TVT. Here's some barracks going down, of course, on the very good time. It looks like Frogis is throwing down the refinery first, so he may very well be aiming for that Reaper opening. Of course, this refinery timing is more than enough to get that Tech Lab and Reapers coming out at a pretty steady pace. Typically, you'll see refinery before barracks if it's early factory play, like a mech build. But it looks like Wings is not getting a refinery. In fact, he's sticking to his minerals. And that could mean a very different kind of play between these two Terran players. And it looks like Wings is completed as well, and this poor SCV is just going to go to work, you know, trying to poke away. And we'll see what Frogis does. He's actually starting to get quite a number of minerals. In fact, Wings may be aiming to put down a command center soon, which could be a totally, total gut play, man. That's a heavy check. He's actually up at 400 minerals. And what's he doing? It looks like he was moving in with an SCV, and there he goes. Yep, he's throwing down the command center. So he's doing a CC first, and Frogis is going for Reapers, like I said. So this could be very, very deadly. Did that SCV get up there to scout? It looks like it indeed did. So Wings knows that there's a Tech Lab on that barracks, and he's going to think Reapers. So he's going to have to spread his Marines out, get them on the high ground, get them defending, or you could lose a couple of Marines, a couple of SCVs. But doing this kind of stuff, having your Marines out here in likely entrance points, means his Reapers take instant damage, because that animation jumping up onto the top ground, high ground, can mean such a difference. And it looks like Wings, Frogis has not scouted the CC, so Frogis throwing down his own, but he doesn't know there's another that he has to fight. Indeed, the Reaper is moving to right into these two Marines. This could be very bad for the Reaper man, and it looks like we'll see where he goes. I'm not sure. He's not going up the ramp. He's not doing it. He's going up a different way, man, and that's exactly what you need. And now he can move around and start picking away at SCVs. This is exactly what you want. A little late on that pullback, Wings, and starting to lose SCVs. One SCV down, two down, and here come the Marines. Will this Reaper get out of the way? Doesn't look like he'll be able to, man. He can't jump down there. And a very nice cleanup for Wings. Didn't mean to hide the UI there. That's kind of how the game goes. So, that Reaper got 2 kills. Definitely worth the gas. But is it worth the all the other stuff you invested to it? And in fact, he still has not scouted the CC. So, Wings is actually doing pretty well right now. We'll have to pay attention to... never mind, he's not keeping up with SCV production. That is absolutely necessary in a mirror matchup to stay even or better. And Frogis is going to be able to catch up. One thing that Wings has an advantage is this earlier second CC. So he'll start building double SCVs a little bit sooner, so he should be able to catch up. You can see this number is evening. He does have a few seconds earlier mule, and that can make a difference. But we'll see how it turns out in the long run. Let's see what paths these are going. Frogis is going heavy Marine. It's very easy, double reactors on those. In the meantime, it looks like tech coming out. Mech, it looks like a biomech play for Wings. You can see he's getting stim and combat shields should come out after. Stim should come out after combat shields, and this factory is going down. The siege tank and siege tech should be nice and easy. So bio versus marine tank, it could be interesting. These Reapers are down here, but it looks like they tried to poke in, and they took a little damage, man. Gotta be careful about that stuff. So, yep, they're being denied left and right. These poor Reapers, they're going to try to jump up now, and they are going to be able to clean up both Marines without losing life. But, oh my gosh, what a cock block. All of these Marines moving in here and just saying, no, you aren't coming in, man. Just go away. So Frogis still has an SCV lead, but you know what? That's not going to mean too much, as their mineral income is about even because Frogis is working off this extra refinery, which means their SCV and marine production should be even. And Frogis is actually not using all of this gas. You can see he's actually having to pull SCVs off this gas. It's kind of a mistake to get that much gas because you can't spend it with pure bio, but he is throwing down the starport and reactor, and once that's done, yeah, you want gas because medevacs cost 100 gas each. In the meantime, getting a lot of bio. We'll start to see these unit counts climb. You can see Marines are very even. But the siege tanks are going to make a huge difference for Wings. They're going to be able to do a lot of damage to clumped up bio balls, so it's all going to come down on how well Wings can protect his siege tanks. And once the siege tanks get in a high enough number, it can actually be pretty deadly. But the one thing that... What is my cat doing? My cat is going crazy in the background, man. He's knocked down so much stuff today. I'm going to go pick that up after I finish casting this game. So both players are moving out a little bit, and Wings is getting a little bit ahead of himself. He sees this whole army. He's got to pull back the Marines. He's not going to. He's just going to lose them. And now both players are in here, and Wings has to be careful because these Marines have stim, but oh my gosh, a siege tank firing. Just look at all that damage, man. That's a lot of HP lost. And it looks like Frogis is going to try to move around, but he does not have those very important medevacs out, and they're not even rallied, so hopefully he gets them to his army very quickly to start healing, because that 50 energy can mean so much to these poor little Marines that have so little health. This one only has, sitting around with 1 HP. He's like that one guy in the army who's rolling around on a wheelchair with his arms broken, and his buddies are like, man, why did you come out here today? You should have stayed in the hospital. But here come the medevacs. So that guy's going to be nice and healed, of course. Real warfare isn't that easy. But it looks like Wings is now taking his third, and I like that. He has the siege numbers. He can get good positioning here to protect it. At the same time, there's a CC down for Frogis, so both players are trying to take their thirds. And Frogis is pushing in here from this angle. He should be able to completely deny the command center. And if he wants to, he can lift and drop into the main, which you want to do against the fairly immobile siege tanks. Of course, they can't move at all. And of course, here comes the drop. He's actually not going to push this base. Actually, he's going to push it. Never mind. He's going to push it with a smaller force and do a double drop at the same time. So this is exactly what he wants to do. And the siege tanks are just not in position. Will he? Oh my gosh, he gets the kill on the command center. He does not get the cancel. And now these SCVs are falling in so many numbers. There's the stim on the Marines, and they're taking out engineering bays, taking out an armory. That is so much kill. And look at 15 workers killed for Frogis. That's the kind of move you want. Will he be able to pick? Oh no, he moves the Marines into the siege tank fire right here. So this siege tank protecting the production facilities, but not enough to protect the economy, man. That's an important place to keep. And looking at the harvester count, Frogis is now 15 SCVs ahead. That's a very good place to be. So he's going to focus now on getting his... he's going to get Marine Tank too. So this is going to be a Marine Tank versus a Marine Tank. Of course, Wings does have the higher tank count, which is very important. Oh my gosh, cleaning up a lot of Marines right there. These tanks are coming. They want to do damage. Wings is counter push. He's going to try to shut down this third base because his own was shut down. But this stim, and I mean, just look at the medevacs going to work. And these unprotected tanks, if they fall, oh my gosh, one falls. That's such a huge loss. Even sacrificing the second tank to run away with the rest. Will he be able to reinforce? It looks like he's trying to get in position. There's another stim. He loses a third tank. And this is just deadly. These Marines are not stopping. They are moving up into the base. It looks like they're going to check for a third beforehand. No, he's going to drop again. He's going to drop directly here with the siege tanks here. There's Marines. This medevac may even die. He's actually trying to pick away at this tank. Oh my gosh, it's going to fall as well. This is not good news, and he's pushing into the main with these as well. This tank is set up in a nice position. Oh my gosh, killing so many Marines with that blast. I don't think he can move into here without some sort of special drop plan. Look at all these Marines and reinforcements. It's not going to go well. But let's look at what's going on. So Wings is still way behind the count. Oh my gosh, never mind. Oh, a huge drop here. This tank is basically gone. But the medevacs lift up that Marine army, and he's going to run away. So, oh my gosh. This is the huge difference right here. Wings is not mining on this third. And look at how many SCVs there are here. He's actually... He has so many SCVs right now. That just looks like a ton. It's way oversaturated. 60 to 38. Of course, pushing in now, setting up bunkers. Wings is going to shut this down. Will he be able to catch all these SCVs? That's the kind of thing. No, they're going to run away before, and he's just going to get that command center kill. Here come the reinforcements. Frogis trying to flank this army, but of course he's going to take a lot of damage. Oh no, he unsieges at the absolutely wrong time. But Frogis puts Marines in the medevacs. They can get killed so quickly. But here he is dropping down on the siege tanks. He's going to take out the siege tanks. But Wings is actually... This is a pretty even engagement. Never mind, the medevacs make a huge difference. And Wings' army is basically gone right now. So now let's look at what I wanted to see. The SCV count looks like Wings is still way behind. Like 30 SCVs behind, which is huge. Even in medevacs, tanks, Frogis is now ahead in tanks with 2. And he's ahead by about 10 Marines. So Frogis is way ahead right now. He can see the supply lead. Though he did lose a third. Unfortunately, Wings did not use his attack timing to get a third set up. Maybe even get a PF down to defend it. But it doesn't matter now because Frogis is back on the offensive. And this is pretty much the last hope of Wings. He has quite a lot of Marines. But these siege tanks can pick away at those Marines so well. And they don't have much medevac support. Oh my gosh, taking so much siege tank fire damage. You can see how fast these Marines fall, and even not engaging with the full force, and that's the last of the fight for Wings, and he's going to GG. Well played. A very well TVT. Very well played TVT here on Cloud Kingdom. I'm Alpha Ferg. This was the Union Settlement Cup.